Everybody loves an egg on a burger, but what about an egg inside a burger? We have a lot of dishes out there. For it to be done right, it has to be cooked at 2 different temperatures. A turkey at Thanksgiving. The legs require a higher temperature than the breast, so you usually have to hammer the breast of the turkey to get the legs right. A Scotch egg, ground beef, 132 degrees for medium rare, but the egg inside to cook has to be upwards of over 140 degrees. We're gonna take the egg yolks and we're gonna confit them at about 62 degrees Celsius, which is around 143 degrees, right? That's a perfect egg yolk consistency. Then we're gonna put that inside of a burger patty, which we're only gonna cook to about 131 degrees, making it medium rare. Magic? No, just a little bit of ingenuity, and we're gonna do that right now with our friend, the plastic bag. First part is super simps. We're just gonna separate an egg yolk. I'm gonna take this egg yolk, I'm gonna slide it right into the bag here. We're gonna coat it in oil, just because it's gonna help the heat transfer all around the egg. We're gonna keep it separated. It also provides a little bit of a cushion if it gets bounced around in there, so your egg yolk does not break. We're gonna use the old technique of displacement. If you have a vacuum machine, I would not suggest using it for this, just because the pressure of the vacuum just could squeeze it a little too tightly and pop it. I have my circulator set at 143.5. You just drop it in there and you let it go. That's just gonna make sure everything's set and it's beautiful and it's still gonna be running. We leave that in there for 40 minutes. And now we wait. So it's been 40 minutes and we pull this out, and what we have in here is an egg yolk that is all the way cooked through. We're gonna set that just off to the side here. Now we're gonna make our patties. So I'm gonna use 8-ounce patties. I'm gonna split it into 2 4-ounces. I'm gonna mash it out. I'm not gonna try to overwork the meat. I'm just gonna get it to where I need to go. I'm gonna make 2 identical patties that fit, and then I'm gonna create a divot on the inside. So these divots now are for your egg yolk. Let's free the beast. So you can just take a spoon, drain off excess oil, and that is your 62 egg yolk that has been confit, and you're gonna lay that inside. I'm gonna kind of push the meat around it, give it a nice little cradle. Second patty goes on top, and you're gonna be very light, and then you're gonna start to seal the seams on the edges. You don't want this coming apart. We're gonna cook it kind of sous vide. We're actually just raising the temperature of the entire burger from tip to medium rare. The reason why that's nice for a patty that is stuffed like this is because you're not gonna be flipping it and agitating it, which is gonna be nicer on the egg yolk. And not only nicer on the egg yolk, but it's gonna be nicer on not busting open these 2 halves, right? You can even do that little pie thing where you're like, again, if you have a vacuum machine, I don't like it with burgers. I think that the pressure of it messes with the shape and actually presses things down and splays out the ends a little bit too much. It feathers them out. Put that in the bag, knob of butter, and then we're gonna do the displacement seal again. We'll put a little bit of butter in there because butter's good on the burger, and it's gonna help just kind of keep more moisture in here. Also, when you cook burgers this way, you're not losing any moisture on the inside, which is kind of like when you hit it on the pan, it's lost on the pan, it kind of goes out. We're gonna retain it, and we're gonna basically cook this burger in its own juices. We're gonna get the circulator down at 143. We need to get it down to 131. We don't wanna wait, so throw some ice cubes in it. So we're sitting at about 131. I'm gonna drop these in. If you go in with this, after it turns to temperature, maybe 45 minutes is a good wait. Burgers sometimes like to do that, and they like to float. So you can do, take a little bit of a wait. That burger is not gonna get overcooked, because you see the thing is a lot of times is when you're using direct heat, there's varying degrees of doneness. The outside is well done, then you move kind of into that, and there's a ring of medium rare with the center just being a little bit rare. This way we're getting medium rare from tip to tip, and you can just leave it and set it. And I can't use that. Maybe that's copyrighted if I say set it and bink it, you know? 40 minutes sounds like a long time because it's another step, that's another, but like, if you think about it, this stuff is not gonna overcook, right? When you get to the burger moment, it's not gonna overcook. You can kind of just hold it in the bath. You can do multiples. When I do this at my house, when I have people over for burgers, I'll have like 12 going. Instead of having to sit there and cook off 12 burgers, I have them going and I take them out. When everyone's ready to eat, I just finish them, right? They're already cooked through. It's never gonna overcook. It just holds at one temperature. You don't have to babysit it. You just walk around, you clean up, you hide things under couches, and this will just sit there. And if your guests are late, they can be late because your burgers are never gonna overcook. It's been 45 minutes. Pull our burger out. This does not look like an appetizing burger because it's only been warmed to 131 all the way around. We're gonna fry it. All you gotta do is put a crust on the outside. Not too much, you're not gonna be cooking the burger anymore. You just want it hot and you wanna make it crusty. Now, we're gonna season it. You don't wanna season this when it's in the bag for a long time. It tends to make the meat a little mushy because it starts to almost cure it. So let's lay this in here. Got my oil at 385, high temp. I don't wanna cook it. I just want to put a crust on the outside, and that's it. Boom, crust on the outside of the burger. And now for the big reveal. So there's our meat, medium rare, with a perfectly cooked egg yolk inside. That egg yolk is at 141. That beef is at 133. That is one thing, two different temperatures, right where it needs to be. Not even gonna rock a bun on this real quick. I'm just gonna go straight patty in. I mean, that's ridiculously good. That egg yolk is perfect. The meat's medium rare. It's super juicy. From inside your burger. For more cooking stuff inside of stuff, click here. Today, we're gonna make breakfast tacos. You're like, I've been to Austin. I know what a breakfast taco is. Well, this one, you're gonna make your own homemade tortillas, but instead of tortillas, which are tedious,